Hey Rockers, it's Karly Jewell. How are yous?
How you doing, Carly? Good to speak to you tonight.
I'm good, man. I'm excited.
I bet you are. And the reason you are excited is because today, June the 20th, you're dropping your new album, There's a Jewel in Town. So how you feel? It's been a bit of a long campaign. How you feeling?
Oh man, this is so exciting to have this album out now. Look, I've been hanging on to these songs for a little while. Almost 2 years.
Wow.
It sounds like a long time to do an album, but it actually only took, I figured out it only took about 14 days to actually record this whole album.
Right.
But it was just a couple of trips backwards and forwards to Brisbane to get it done. In between touring, the two tours we did to Japan. And yeah, now it's finally out. Obviously, we released a few singles, but yeah, to share the whole album is just unreal.
I bet you it is. Now, tell us a bit more about the album from a musical point of view. Like, dive into it for us. Tell us what you were going for.
Look, I definitely wanted to write like an album with, all the good pop and the rock but you know what? I just kind of I am me and I do write sad songs. I've had, a lot of life experience and that's where these songs come from. And I just really stayed true to myself. It's got a bit of everything for everyone, I think. Because I don't write as a box artist like rock only, there's the elements of the pop, there's the elements of electronic, it's melodic, it's hard hitting, it's upbeat, it's sad as, you know what I mean? So there's highs and lows in here and it's just like it's pretty magic, man. It's got something for everyone in there.
Yeah, nice. Now, up till today, you've released the singles Burn, Sorry, and In the Dark. So are they a good sonic representation of what to expect, or are they just a little teaser?
Yeah, I mean, I think those songs kind of wrap it up as well. Like, I mean, you go from Sad Girl to Burn, it's like a huge rock ballad, and then you've got In the Dark, which is this like kind of dark electronic kind of just it's a ride. That one itself, it's really emotional. And then you've got Other Side, which is just a banger, so it really I think it explains itself that that's the kind of stuff you're going to get in this album. It's a little bit of everything, and I just love, you know, mixing things up and keeping it all in there. I do have a
Oh,
signature sound, so I mean, it doesn't
yeah,
matter what
yeah.
you hear, it's going to be me.
And how you're actually speaking about that signature sound, I guess, like how have you developed that over the years to get to this point?
Staying true, just being me. Not trying to be like other people and not trying to write songs to please people. I'm just writing for myself. And a lot of this stuff as well, it has that kind of that country rock. And when I say country rock, when you go to like, places like Nashville and stuff, you're hearing these like big rocks, like country songs, but they sound rock. And, I grew up around country music and I guess like that country sound kind of does come through that rock kind of sound, they have that element. And that's just, me being me and as a kid and just I guess that's what my soul sounds like. It's just me. That's who I am.
Mhm. And you sort of touched on this a bit before, but you actually wrote most of the album up here in Brisbane, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I write a lot of the songs here in my bathroom because there's great acoustics. So that's that. Most of these songs come from the shower or the bathroom.
All right.
This is where they start, and Stuart will actually get like a little demo of here and there, like in the bathroom with the nice acoustics. I was like, "What do you think of this one, Stuart?" Send him in, and then we build a track. Jewell in Town was the most special because, um, I knew I had the 9 songs that were ready to go for the album, and this one particular song was unwritten. But I knew I had one more story to tell, and it had to be this. And it was the most important. And Stuart actually said to me, Carly, do you want to send over a demo? I don't have a demo yet. And I didn't even know how to play like the melody I was trying to create or anything. And I said to him, you know what? I'm just going to sing it to you when I get there. And he was like, oh, okay, this will be fun. Because I had, what I had was my life growing up around music and being so inspired by my late grandfather and all the things he told me. I was like, there's an unwritten song here. I just need to get to Brisbane and then I can, start creating that music that I can hear in my head, and then I'll write the song. So it actually went like I sang the idea to Stuart, and I didn't even have my lines in place yet because I wasn't sure how it would fit yet. I had to hear the bed for it to lay in.
Mhm.
And we started building this mega track just from the melody, just me singing along and stuff. And then Stuart was building this track, and he said, "All right, we'll come up in the morning and we'll start on the vocals and that." And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna go write the song." And I stayed up until 4 a.m. and I wrote the song. I had a nap, and then in the morning we went up to the studio and I smashed the fucking song out. And that's how it cut. I just had this story there all ready to tell. And my pop used to always say to me before any show, I'd always ring me and say, "Let them know there's a jewel in town, babe." And I say, "All right, pop." And that was
Uh,
just our thing. And this is my first album I've done without him and all these songs since he's passed. And it just meant the world. And I just knew. I knew when I wrote this song that would be the title track for the album.
yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, you just got back from a tour of Japan as well. So how did that go?
Oh, that was amazing. It was so good. We played a different venue this time in Osaka, which it had the longest name. I still can't say it, but that was so cool to like do
Is it the
another
Porto de Toro?
That is it, Kris. Oh my goodness.
What a
I
great
still
venue, isn't it? That's
Oh,
my
it is so
favorite place in the whole. I walk in there and the little girl behind the bar she puts a tequila straight in the freezer for me, and then we get
oh and
it's
and
awesome.
and the bar manager there was just wild. We absolutely loved him. So yeah, it was amazing. We ended up in Fukuyama, and that was meant to be our few days off, but we ended up playing there at Live Mayhem.
Oh yeah,
Those guys at that venue, they really helped us on the last tour, and we just wanted to go back and hang out. And they said, "No way, you're not coming here without doing a show." So, they actually we got their band together, and yeah, we did a show, and it was really cool because we got to do new songs for the album, and we did some covers. It was just like a big party gig. I think our set went for like just over an hour. It was so much fun, but such a beautiful place. The people are beautiful. I absolutely love Japan.
you do. Now you've been focusing on Japan a bit lately, but you've also previously toured the US, playing at Whiskey A Go Go and Viper Room, which most people want to do at least once in their life. But do you plan to head back, or are you sort of more focusing on this side of the world for now?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just wherever music takes me, If it's calling out to me over there, that's where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Japan has just been unreal, and that's where the streaming's coming from. That's where the people are, looking, and we just made this connection over there that's like just it's unbreakable, and it's nothing like I've ever had. So, it would be stupid not to spend a lot of time there. And the bands we've met are just wild. Like I just can't believe how amazing it is over there. But I'm definitely looking at going back to the US this year, which I haven't announced yet, but I will be going back there. And I will be heading back to Japan.
Nice. Now, closer to home, you got a couple of album launch shows this weekend too. You got one tonight, live and intimate birthday album launch, and then tomorrow night you got the live and loud album launch. So run us through both of them, and obviously how
So,
the
this comes from my pop started the country music festivals in Australia. And I was like, you know what? I need my own. There's a Jewell in Town festival. There's so much to this album and it's so special that I just can't deliver it in one night. So, our acoustic show that I do, it's pretty special, it's pretty healing, and we all tend to cry, and it's just on another level. And I was like, there's something about going to a gig fist pumping and, doing all the yahooing and slamming beers and shots. But there's something about like just being live and intimate and, having no shoes on, that grounding energy, sitting around singing sad songs, making people cry. And
Are
some of
you
these
telling me
songs,
Mick? Are you telling me Mick cries in the acoustic set?
yeah, yeah. And,
Even Mick.
it's my birthday as well, and I wanted to do something really special. And our acoustic show is really special. And I wanted to, really let people know who I am and strip it back and do some of the songs, you know, the way we need to deliver them. And then on the Saturday night, we're gonna go full live and loud, in your face, hard rock, as you know me, all over the
Okay.
stage.
Whereabouts is it? I didn't see where it was.
We're having it at Scotty's Garage.
Oh, beautiful. Perfect place. What a place.
And yeah, we do have some more shows to announce as well. Which I can do it now that the album's out. So we also have a barbecue on Sunday, which is cool. We're just gonna hang out back at Scotty's Garage. So it's actually a 3-day festival surprise.
Oh, Jesus.
Um the Sunday we're having a barbecue. We're gonna have an acoustic jam out the back. There's other musos there. They'll get up, do some covers. Just a good jam, Q&A, take some photos, thank everyone, and hang out.
Sounds like a perfect weekend.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, before we let you go, Karly, I'm not sure if I've put you through this or not yet, but I've got a new segment I've started called Photo Bombs. So basically, I'll troll your social media before we have a chat.
Oh
I find
God, what do we got
photos that
this
I want to
time?
know some more about. So
All right.
now, I've heard of the expression putting a gun to someone's head before, but I've never seen it taken quite so literally.
Oh, that's my friend Marius. This was at one of my old work parties. It was like 1920s. So we all dressed up. I actually won the best dressed that night. So yeah, it was like the gangster kind of 1920s party. It was a lot of fun.
He looks like he's quite happy about putting a gun to your head too.
Yeah.
Now, this next one, I don't know what's going on here, but there's got to be a good story behind it.
Oh my God. So this, do you know, I was the first Australian artist to ever play the Salon Festival here in Melbourne, and I actually got invited to play, and they actually had like models and everything, and it was so cool because we were playing like Sid and Nancy. Um and there were like girls modeling, and it was just like it was in the town hall in Clayton, so it was really huge venue. But yeah, we played like this World Peace Festival, and there was yeah all of these different artists, and it was wild. It was crazy. But yeah, and after that, then we got invited to another World Peace Festival that they had in Chile, but obviously we couldn't go because it was short notice. But I was the first Australian artist to play that Taiwan Music Festival, so that was pretty cool. And it just, really showed that music brings people together. It doesn't matter what culture, what your background is, anything. Music is music, and it brings everyone together, and that's what makes it so special.
Well said, Karly. Well said. Now, there's a Jewell in Town is out today. It is, as Karly says, it covers a lot of ranges. The album. It's not just rock. It's not just softer stuff. It's a fucking good album. So, where do people get a hold of it and find out more about what Karly Jewell bands are up to?
Well, you know what? You can head to the Big Cartel. You can buy the album there. You can stream it, save it, share it, make reels, tag me in it, help me get it out. Catch us at a gig in Melbourne. Catch us at a gig in Japan. We're on all the social medias. Head to XMusic as well. You'll see myself and all the other XMusic artists, which we, often put shows together. And honestly, I can't thank Tim and everyone at XMusic enough for everything they've done. You, Kris, as well. A lot of people don't know, but you actually helped me out in Brisbane as I was going there backwards and forwards to record the album, and you got to kind of watch these big tracks unfold. And I was like, Kris, quick, sneak in and have a listen to this. So to share
Yeah,
that journey with you guys, I really appreciate it. It's an absolute honor.
no, honor's all mine, sweetheart. Thanks very much. But best of luck with it all, and happy birthday. I'm sorry I can't be there this weekend. I've got the bloody kids. They fuck everything.
That's okay. We'll be back
Have
up that
yourself,
way soon.